welcome everybody here as we have yet another y.W.c predictions video. It's WWE No Mercy, and it's a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. 7 matches currently on the card, and we have, amazingly enough, 7 people that are going to be giving you predictions here today. So without further ado, let me go down the list and introduce them all. First off, we've got Kev Shear.
Howdy.
We have Chris Dollarton. Not sure how to go on from that. Okay, well, anyway, Kyle Matthews.
That's a tough act to follow right there.
Oh, my goodness. That's just end the recording right there. Million views for everybody. Michael Norman.
Yo.
Who now has power. Steve Rada.
Finally.
Hashtag FTR.
And last but not least, the reigning, defending, undisputed, I think I left out a moniker.
Oh, wait, let Trent be his own advocate.
Okay.
Yeah, allow me to do the honors. Your reigning, defending, undisputed y.W.c champion, Trent Dunham, according to Charles.
For only 4 more days, because I'm taking that time off.
Yeah, it's totally gonna be me, yo.
It's gonna be me. Okay. Anyway, let's get right into it. For this one, since it's not one of the 4 big pay-per-views, the point system was randomly generated between 1 to 5 points, so I'll be letting everybody know what the point situation is for each matchup. We're gonna get right down to it. Let's begin with the Cruiserweight matchup. Neville defending against the realest Cruiserweight in the room, Enzo Amore. This is for 5 points. We're gonna go just right down the list here, and we'll start with Kev. Who you got?
Enzo Amore is also known as the biggest, realest dick douchebag backstage. I just don't see him winning the Cruiserweight title. I'm gonna have to go with Neville.
Okay, well, there goes my monetizing the video. Anyway, Chris.
It's as if you wouldn't get a lot of views on this anyway. But I think I'm gonna go with Neville. Yeah, I don't see them giving Enzo the championship, and if they do, what are they thinking?
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah, I just cannot imagine them giving Enzo the belt after all the heat that he gets backstage, so I'm going Neville.
Alright. Michael.
Neville, same reason.
Okay, Steve.
Well, I gotta be that one-off person. Let's go with Enzo Amore.
Okay. Trent.
Neville, same reason as before. There's no way that they're gonna give it.
Alright, I am also going to be going with Neville.
No whisper.
I agree. I don't see, with the way that Neville's carried the Cruiserweight division, it's not going to make sense to have Enzo at the top of the heap. I just don't see that happening. And also, just going to state too, we did have somebody give their predictions before this recording. Preston Plord, he is going with Enzo Amore. So, 2 for Enzo and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Neville. And Sega.
Oh yeah.
This predictions video brought to you by Sega. Not really, but
But if they want to sponsor me, I won't say no.
Michael, turn that down.
you don't want to get a copyright infringement in this.
Wouldn't be the first time. Alright, let's move on.
And Michael muted his speakers, okay.
Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be for 3 points. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Kev, who you got?
Well, let's see. Bray Wyatt in a pay-per-view match. Finn Balor.
Okay.
Oh, me.
I'm going with Balor. He's
Chris.
gonna be the first time.
Okay.
We have to start.
There we go. I'm back. Okay, so we ended with Chris.
Okay.
I did not quite make my pick yet, but this is a tough one.
I know.
You know what? I'm gonna go probably against the majority. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt.
Okay. Kyle.
Okay, we've actually had this match already. Remember, it's Bray Wyatt taking on just Finn Balor, the demon, and Finn Balor's demon. I guess you could call it alter ego. It's not he's not going to have it in this match. And we had this match before the Raw leading up to SummerSlam, and amazingly enough, Bray Wyatt got the win there. I don't see that happening now. I think Balor's going to go over again and hopefully put an end to this meaningless feud.
Alright. Michael is apparently got his speakers muted, so we don't have his pick. Alright, so I guess we'll just go down to Steve.
I have to go with the true leader of the club, Finn Balor.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Trent?
which one are we doing?
We're doing Finn versus Wyatt.
I'm gonna go with Finn Balor.
Okay. And Trent?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be one of the hardest. I mean, Balor won at SummerSlam, so I don't know if it's gonna be like against Finn Balor himself or his demon persona, but at the same time, Balor's already won a match, and this is like one of those matches where if I go with Wyatt, he'll lose, but if I go against him, he'll win. So this is really a tough one to call, and this one might actually make me lose the championship. So I'm going to take a gamble, and I'm going to say Wyatt.
Going with Wyatt.
Finn Balor's not using the demon thing. It's just going to be him.
Well, for a moment, I thought Kyle was going to take my strategy, but he instead ended up kind of going off on a little bit of a trail at the end that I wasn't going to go down. Correct? That Finn had the win at the pay-per-view and Wyatt had the win the Raw before, but Finn is up 1-0 on pay-per-view wins over Wyatt. I think they're going to tie 1-1 with Wyatt winning at No Mercy, and then they're going to have a rubber match at some point.
That's why I picked Wyatt.
Yep, so I'm going with Bray Wyatt as well. And Preston went with Finn Balor. Alright, and that was for 3 points if I didn't announce that. Next one is the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz against Jason Jordan, who is, quotes, Kurt Angle's son. This is for 1 point. So this may be the 1 point to decide it all. Who knows? Alright. Kev, who you got?
Everybody together. 1, 2, 3. Miz.
Miz.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that too. But if they do give it to Jason Jordan, it's gonna be so meaningless. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Miz as well.
I could see Jordan getting it eventually, but I just see Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel getting involved. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is too soon. But yeah, I can see Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel getting involved, and
not to mention
Miz
Marie.
Miz will win via shenanigans like he always does. So Miz retains.
Yeah, Miz.
Is Michael still there?
Speakers
No,
muted.
he's not.
No, he's not. Okay.
Michael's supporting the hashtag FTR. Yes, hashtag FTR.
Alright, my turn?
Now he's there.
Yep.
Miz, Jason Jordan.
Miz who?
Miz and
And
Jason
Jordan.
Jordan, Intercontinental title.
Jason Jordan.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know why.
Really?
Wow.
I think they're going to give the Intercontinental Championship to Jason Jordan.
And then have it drop it on the Raw the next night, probably, if that's the case.
Well, I am also going to go with Jason Jordan, because last Raw they actually started doing something with the storyline, so I think that having Championship Gold, they can do a lot more with it. And Preston has also gone with Jason Jordan. Next up, Tag Team Championships, Raw Tag Team Championships, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, the She versus Sheamus and Cesaro. This is for 3 points. Kev, who you got?
Let's go with the Eeld.
What?
He's going with the Eeld. Wait, are you so you're saying that Roman Reigns is the SH? I thought he was the LD, but okay.
The SH.
Okay.
The loser dumbass Roman Reigns. Yes.
I thought he said let's go with the heels at first. I thought, okay, but
Well, Seth called it she, not the Shield, because it's only 2/3 of it. So I call it the.
He calls it the Yield.
Yield. Alright, Chris.
I'm going to go with the tag team of Rollins.
Alright, Kyle.
I'm going to be as clear as possible here. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins.
I'm gonna
Steve.
Seth Ambrose.
The Shield.
Trent?
Not the. It's not all three members.
Who
Steve.
cares, Kev? Shut up.
What she
I
said.
care.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks.
Me too.
Oh my god.
Trent, who you got?
Yeah, Rollins. They're gonna keep Rollins as a champion, right? Like possibly until 2K18 comes out, because that's marketing. So.
All right.
Yeah.
My predictions for the tag titles are going to be Ambrose and Rollins still. They retain.
Okay, and I also have Ambrose and Rollins, as does Preston. So if Sheamus and Cesaro win, none of us get points for that round. Yay.
Which means they probably will win.
Probably.
Yep.
More than likely.
And that's what happened back when they had that cage match with the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro. Everybody picked the Hardys, and Sheamus and Cesaro won. So, yep, it's going to happen again. Next up. Now, this one's twofold, guys, so pay attention to this. Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss defending against Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Emma, and a thrown-in Bayley. Now, you have to predict the winner,
Bayley basically,
which is 3 points. But you also predict who is going to take the pinfall, which is also an additional 3 points.
So basically, who's on the losing end?
Exactly.
So, hang on,
that's easy enough.
before we jump into this. Say we get the winner right, but the pinfall wrong, so we get 3 points.
You get 3,
not the full 6.
Correct.
Okay, and vice
But
versa.
if you get both right, you get 6, right?
That's
I've
right.
been out of the loop on Raw for the past 2 weeks. Is it 1-on-1 or is it like a fatal 4-way?
It's a
Fatal
five-way.
five-way.
Fatal
The
five
five-way.
way.
Yeah, Bayley came back last Monday.
I'm saying Nia Jax.
And who takes the pinfall?
Bayley.
Really?
No whisper target found.
Okay.
Interesting prediction there.
Kev.
See, I originally had Sasha Banks winning the title back because her and Alexa were playing hot potato basically. But then Bayley happened.
And you got all excited, and then...
Shut up, Kyle. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. Go with Bayley win by pinning Emma.
Okay. Chris.
I'm gonna be a little bit outside the box here. I say Alexa Bliss retains, but she pins Emma.
No whisper target
Okay.
found.
I think it's pretty obvious who's gonna get pinned.
Kyle.
Basically what Chris said. I think Alexa's gonna retain. And I hate saying that Emma's gonna take the fall here because I love Emma, but almost as much as I love Alexa. But yeah, I think that's all she's in there for, unfortunately. But I think this is gonna set up the debut of Asuka. I'm saying either at the end of the match or the Raw afterward. Asuka's she's gonna come out there and she's gonna make her intentions clear that she wants the Raw Women's title. So I think we're gonna see her either right after the match this Sunday or this Monday night on Raw when Alexa's in the ring saying, "Oh, I've beaten everybody. Who can stop me?" So it's either gonna be one of those two things. But I think we're gonna see Asuka this week.
Basically, the only reason why Emma's even getting pushed is because Vinnie Mac thinks that there's a lack in the Raw Women's roster, which is complete bullshit. because there's also Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox, Mickey James.
There's a lack of creative on the Raw side in the women's roster, and they're
I mean, it's pretty bad. They've got so many people on the roster, and they have to fit 5 people into a match. It's not like they're SmackDown with only 6 women on the roster.
Right?
That's just.
All right, Steve, who you got?
Who's all in it again?
Alexa Bliss, Sasha
Nia
Banks,
Jax.
Nia Jax, Emma, and Bayley.
I gotta go with Bailey.
And who's she gonna pin?
She's gonna pin Emma.
All right. Trent.
Once again, I'm taking another gamble on this. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss retains, pretty much to go with the whole Asuka setup, and I'm taking a risky one here, but I think Nia Jax is gonna get pinned.
wow.
Damn, but it is a risk.
All right. I am gonna be going also with Alexa to retain, and yeah, I think it's pretty obvious to me. Only reason Emma's in there is because she's gonna take the pinfall. So I'm going with Alexa to retain and Emma to get pinned.
Or WWE could pull the biggest swerve in history and put the belt on Emma, which I would love to see, but I don't think it'll happen.
That would be a swerve. But
I would love to
like
see
I
Emma
said,
win, but it won't happen.
Like
update,
I said,
update,
they
update,
think
update.
He just commented his predictions. I'm gonna go give it a tank real quick.
Well, Dillon's picks will be in the description. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
they will.
it's just kind of bullshit to think there's a lack of depth in the Raw Women's division, despite the fact that there's 4 women who they rarely use.
Okay, you want to call Preston's picks, and we'll get to the last 2
Yep.
matches?
Preston was Nia Jax winning, pinning Alexa Bliss.
So the opposite of Trent.
Pretty much. All right, let's move on real quickly here because we're running out of time. Cena versus Reigns. 4 points on the line. Kev.
That's a tough one.
I think the real question is, who the hell's the crowd gonna root for?
What do you think?
Nobody.
They're
They
gonna
both
chant
suck.
they both suck. I don't. This is probably the hardest match of the night for me to pick.
I actually wish that this pay-per-view was in Chicago. Then they'd all just chant CM Punk all night.
No,
Yeah.
we don't need. That's even more. That's just annoying. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go Roman Reigns.
Okay. Chris.
Carry me, Slave Fox.
Yeah, I'm going to go with... I'm going to pretend I did not hear what Michael just said, but I'm going to go with Roman Reigns.
All right. Kyle.
Let's see here. Roman Reigns versus John Cena, also known as Vince McMahon's wet dream. I'm gonna say, I want Cena to go over here, but I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll put Reigns over. So yeah, I'm going Reigns.
Okay. Michael.
How many points is this match worth?
4.
Yeah, how many points? So it's worth 4 points. It's Roman Reigns and John Cena. I can't believe it's actually happening. Roman Reigns and John Cena. A real tough one because I don't know who they're gonna push.
This really should be a WrestleMania match if you think about it.
It should.
Oh, my bubble shield. Fuck. You know what? I'm just gonna go with John Cena.
Oh.
All right. Steve.
John Cena. You know, you can't see me.
Exactly, because
Okay.
you're non-existent to us.
Trent.
Fuck the revival.
I don't want to pick. I hope they both murder each other in the ring.
Wow.
Damn,
Yeah, but honestly,
hard.
honestly, Cena, he's got more projects. I mean, I think he's doing another season of American Grit, and plus he's filming a movie. And you know he's gonna be supporting Nikki while she's on Dancing with the Stars. So, as much as I hate to say it, I think Roman's gonna get it. I
Give me a
I don't want either one of them. I just want it to be a double KO, but
I was about to say, Trent, who are you pulling for in this match?
Neither. I hope
He wants the ref to win.
I hope they both kill each other. You know,
Mike Chioda for the win.
Vince McMahon thinks he's so slick. He knows that a lot of people hate both of them, so it's pretty much a no-win situation. We have to cheer for either one of them.
Like I said, who the heck is the crowd gonna root for?
Exactly. So I don't know, but I honestly think that Cena's gonna put Roman over. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns.
Yep, I'm also gonna go with Roman Reigns.
I gotta find some mouthwash.
I'm also going with Roman Reigns. Preston's going with Cena. So, we got a couple of...
He's like the biggest Cena fan on the planet.
Got a couple of C nations. Okay, final one.
Hey, can I change my pick?
If you want to.
Screw it, let me go with Reigns. You know, you can't see Cena.
Alright.
Alright.
Moving on to the last one. Universal Championship. Lesnar versus Strowman.
Everyone on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Lesnar.
Did I just hear someone say Strowman?
If Lesnar is gonna lose the title,
Michael just said... What?
I said Braun Strowman.
What?
I want them to put the belt on Strowman. It would be a pro.
Lesnar's contract is up at WrestleMania, so I think that's when he's gonna lose it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the Universal Champion. Didn't say next month.
As much as I would love Strowman to take the belt off of Lesnar, they're not gonna let him have it.
So
they're gonna let him take it off of Reigns.
You know what? Oh, Michael, now you're making me think. Stop it.
Why?
I'm almost wanting to change my pick.
Why?
Stick with it. Stick with it, man.
Why, Seth? Tell me why.
Nope, I'm changing my pick. I'm changing to Strowman.
Why?
What?
I'm going to Strowman.
Brock.
Tell me, for the love of God.
Because
why?
I think Lesnar's going to throw everything he can at Strowman. Strowman's going to keep coming back, and so Lesnar's going to have to do something to get himself disqualified in order to win.
What? Are you
I
kidding
didn't
me?
think about that.
But I thought we don't get points on DQs though.
You get the way the points work is whoever's
picked the
hand
winner of
is
the
raised in
match.
victory, whoever's announced the winner, that's who gets the points.
Oh God! I swear to God,
And I'll change my pick as well.
If I lose on a disqualification, that's gonna be the biggest bullshit ever.
You know, I think it's gonna be a lot like the because this whole match,
I'll
this whole
change my pick too.
this whole match and feud reminds me of how the Brock Lesnar Samoa Joe feud went. I mean, the build was very similar. You had Paul Heyman putting, Samoa Joe over in just about every promo that he cut. He's doing the same thing here with Braun Strowman, saying, "Oh my gosh, Strowman's the biggest threat. I'm worried. I think Brock will still win, but he's gonna have his hands full. Yada yada yada." And I think at the end, it's just gonna be, Lesnar hits one.
I'm still going.
The only difference, Kyle, that I see in that whole thing, to your point, the only difference I see is when it was Joe versus Lesnar, they built it up to them to be equals. They've got Strowman right now booked as twice what Lesnar is. Yeah.
Right now.
They have Lesnar as the underdog. They had it as Joe and Lesnar basically being equals in a fair one-on-one. Now they're having it where Lesnar's the underdog. So I think that would change it up a bit. So I'm going to go with Strowman. Steve's going with Strowman. Michael's going with Strowman. Everybody else is going with Lesnar, including Preston.
I don't know.
I'll give you a Preston.
Man.
Diggity.
And remember guys, this may not be the official match card. They may add more over time. You never know.
Buddy disconnected
I
from
doubt
your
it. There's
channel.
only 4 more days. I think they pretty much...
Good point.
I think they pretty much got what we're going to have.
I forget, this is a B-list pay-per-view.
Yep. Alright, so that's going to do it for y.W.c predictions for No Mercy. Our next one's going to be Hell in a Cell, which is coming up October
2 weeks.
8th. Yeah, I was trying to remember when Kyle's birthday was because it's the day
Monday.
before.
Yep.
And that'll be a
Can
SmackDown.
we start
so-
K2?
Can we what? Starcade. We don't even know what the matches are
Yes,
for
we
Starcade.
do.
Well, actually, we know we do,
Starcade.
actually.
Starcade is going to be a house show, basically.
I think
Yeah,
they,
but I
Which
still
is
saying.
insulting.
I think they
That
actually
sucks
released a
that
card
it's
for
gonna
that
be a
too.
house show.
Yeah, they did, and right now they're trying to get the Hardys against the Rhodes.
Bobby Roode is taking on Dolph Ziggler. Yay.
Oh my.
But yes, they're trying to get the Hardys against the Rhodes family.
Yeah, I
match.
heard about that. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes coming out doing a one-off.
Yep.
Could
That'd
we
be cool.
actually see this?
Gonna be
Could we
actually.
see?
Is it gonna be actual Cody Rhodes?
Could it actually
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
the Bullet Club?
I think it's
American
actually
Nightmare?
going to be. I think it's going to actually be actual Dustin Rhodes too. I don't think he's going to have the Goldust persona if this happens. But that's a conversation for another time. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You can check out Dillon Young's predictions and anybody else that gave their predictions late in the description. And we'll see if Trent retains his title for Hell in a Cell. No, he won't.
Never.
Spoiler, but
Hey.
I'm the only one that's got the legit belt here, and it's sitting right beside me. So
I got a belt too. I got the world
Nice.
title.
yeah, but you don't have
Just go
YWC
to
Predictions
Walmart and get one
Championship.
of those toy championships.
Yeah, well, I don't have $30 to spend, so. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.